Okay, this Math 120 video is for two homework problems that I received through Ask My Instructor, or three or four. I got three or four. So I'm going to try to cover those three questions, and I think I've covered, if this is the only questions that I get, I've covered pretty much the material in Chapter 3 as best I could through video. So I will go ahead and do these problems, and I'll probably load the test as well as terminate the homework. So this question is Chapter 2, Section 2, number 21, and it says refer to the accompanying, there's the data table right there, I printed both of them out. It says refer to the accompanying data set and use the 25 ohm voltage measurements to construct a frequency distribution with 5 classes. Begin with a lower class limit of 124.9 and use a class width of 0.2. Does the result appear to have normal distribution? Why or why not? Well, they give you the information you need. The class width is 0.2, so I like to go vertically with mine, so that would be 124.9 plus 0.2, and that'd be 0.1, bump that up to 125.1. So this one right here would be 125.1. Add plus 0.2, 125.3, 125.3, and then keep adding, plus 0.2, that'd be 123.5, I mean 125.5. Add the next one and keep going, and that's how you do. So that'd be 125.7, 125, oh, that's it, sorry. And then the upper class limit, well, what's right before 125.1? Be 125. So this, you don't only add, you add 0.2, but you got to be careful going this way, because a lot of people say, well, 124.9 plus 0.2 would be 125.1. Well, you already got 125.1. This one is inclusive of the points, so this would be 125. .0, and then just start adding this way. So this would be 125.2. Where's you adding 0.2? 125.4, 125.6, and 125.8. And now you just do head count. You go to your table down here and do a head count. Now, I have seen, and I'm going to pull this up and hopefully you'll be able to see it. Hold on just a minute. I also forgot to turn on this. Let me do this right quick. Let's see, today is 6/3/14. I bet it won't save it. Sorry about that. Okay. Alright, we're saving this, and I'm going to try to blow this up as much as possible. Well, I can do that. That's good. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my Excel spreadsheet and pull up this problem as soon as I can. This is the first problem that we're going over. And there it is. Let me, sorry. There we go. Now I'm going to show you a trick that you can use on the homework. You see, here's the problem. and those of you that's watching, the problem is I'm showing everybody this right here. I'm going to click on the data. There's the data, but see this little icon right there in the top right hand corner? Click on that, and it says open in StatCrunch, copy the table to clipboard. You want to copy the clipboard. And now pull up your Excel spreadsheet. Oops, I didn't know it was that big. Hold on, I need to bring it down a little bit. Let's see, where is the view? There it is. This is it right here. There we go. Alright, hopefully y'all can see that. I'm going to try to, there. Alright, now, this is an old spreadsheet. So I'm going to go down a little bit. You can put it in a different spreadsheet. And I'm going to click onto this right here, and I'm going to hit Control V as in Victor. And there's your data. Ain't that neat? And now you can put it in order by the voltage, so you can count. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit data. I'm not used to this new Windows. I'm in new Excel. And it says sort smallest to largest. Well, I guess I need to do it by this column. Sorry. Oops. There we go. Got to highlight the column that you want to sort. And it's going to ask you want to sort the others with it. And you say yes. So sort. And it says expand this section. Yes, sort. And that way it makes the corresponding day go with the corresponding time, and there's your times, and now all you have to do is count. So the first class is 124.9 to 125. There's 124.9 to 125. So that's those, and we're going to paint those. We're going to color those in color. We'll color them blue. Okay. And the next one is 125.1 to 125.2. 125.2, and we'll color those per day. And then the next one is 125.3 to 125.4, and that's those, and we'll color those coral, salmon, whatever that is. And the next one is 125.5 to 125.6. And that's that one, and we'll color those, make those yellow. And then the last one is 125.7 to 125.8, and those are that one, and we'll color those whatever color that is, aqua. And there's your count. So now you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when you, that'll be 5. And the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says, does the result, appear to have a normal distribution? Well, you start off with a 5, you go up, then you come back down, then you go up. That does not look like a normal distribution. You start off low. If it was normal distribution, you start off low and then go up in the middle and then be symmetrical like that. And then we've got it. No, it doesn't. And that takes out that, and leaves you with these three answers. I would say they're close to equal. That's what I would say, because the only one that's these two right here. And if you take this one, take one away from this one and add it to this one, it would be equal. So I believe it's this one. And that's how you do that problem. And I hope that helps out with that question. Let me get out of my spreadsheet here. Sorry about that, but I figured that might help y'all. The Excel spreadsheet's your friend, so you need to try to use it and don't get all redneck disorder on me. Well, I ain't gonna use that. And let's see, this is 3.2, number 31. 3.2, number 31. And let me see what that looks like. There we go. Find the mean and summarize of the data summarized in the given frequency distribution. Compare the computed mean to the actual mean of 46.7. Again, I'm going to use my Excel spreadsheet because it's the best way to keep it organized for you to see, because I would be writing all over the place. Let me get my data, just like I showed you in the last problem. Let me pull this problem up again. Sorry about that. Get out of this. Oh me. There we go. Alright. 3.2, number 31. And I'll hit this button and the problem should come up. Sorry about that. Can't answer that while I'm doing a video. Alright. There's the problem. And I hit this little icon right here and copy the table. Okay. Pull up your Excel spreadsheet. And I'm just going to go down here below this one. And I'm going to put a Control V as in Victor. And there's our frequency. Now I'm going to make one change. And I'm going to put 42 to 45 here so I can use it in my, and then the next one is 46 to 49, and the next one is 50, 53. I'm just separating those classes so I can do the math. I can use these numbers for math. 58, because the way they're written with the dash, you cannot use them in your calculations. There we go. And in order to get the hold on a minute, let me pull this up right quick. In order to get, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. In order to get the mean, I'm going to put X bar of a frequency distribution. What this is, a frequency distribution, that's equal to the summation of f times x over n, or the summation of f times x over the summation of f. The summation of f, these right here, that's the f right there. The summation of f is n. They're the same thing because you add all these up. So that's your formula for the mean of a frequency distribution. So we're going to use that formula to calculate all this stuff. So I'm going to move that up here out of the way, or move it down here. And we got f. We need n. Well, where's n? Well, you just do a summation, and you just add all those up, and there's your n. Okay, that's not hard. There's n. Now, what's x? Well, I told you in the video when we went over this that x is the midpoint. Of what, Hubert? Well, the classes. And we talked about finding the midpoint. Equals, parentheses, lower class limit plus the upper class limit divided by 2. And then you copy that down. And now you're ready to calculate. You're ready to calculate. Let me pick, I can't stand to put letters on So I'm going to highlight these two right here because they're very important. That's what you need to do your handy dandy calculation. Alright, so we need F times X. F times X, and that's equal to your F, which is frequency, times your midpoint, and enter. And then you copy those down, and we got to add that up because the summation of F times X, that means add them all up. Oh, I was going to color these. There we go. We'll color them green, so that way you know you need them. Now all we have to do is take this number and put it on top. Let me move this over so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. And the summation of F times X, we're going to put right here, and that is this number right here, so equals, and then click on that, and then the N is equal to that, and then I'm just going to go right over here, and I'm going to say equals this guy divided by this guy, and enter. And there is your mean. And I'll put that bold, and we'll also make it a little bit bigger, and we'll color it yellow, or yellow, depending on where you're from. And that's your mean. Oops, what did I do? There. So our mean is 46.59. And if you look back at the problem, hold on a minute. I think that's the problem right there, but I'm going to, well, 46.59 is 46.9, right? So our mean, our calculated mean of a frequency distribution is 46. Well, I done forgot it. Let's go back to our handy dandy spreadsheet. I don't have any short-term memory. 46.6. We're going to say 46.59 or 46.6. 46.59 or 46.6. It says round to the nearest tenth. So X is equal to 46.6. Now we need to compare it. So that's kind of like our new, this is our new one. So new minus old over old. New, I'm going to do this. I don't want to write with the mouse, it's kind of hard. Let's see. New is 46.6 minus, I don't know where this writing came from. Can't hardly read it. 46.6 minus 46.7. And we're going to divide that by new minus old over old, 46.6. Okay, we're going to have to do something with that. That is about crazy. Well, I guess I'll just have to do what I can. Alright, take my handy dandy calculator, which is my phone. I have to unlock it. There we go. Alright. 46.6 minus 46.7. I'll tell you right now it's going to be close. Divided by 46.6 times 100. We're talking, ooh, we're talking 21%. So this one, they are not close. So, or it's less, I'm sorry, less, because I got 0.002. I'm sorry, 0.002, so it's less. So it's okay. close to the mean. Okay, sorry about that. And I'm more concerned with the actual math more than I am the final outcome, because most of them are going to be close. And there's the math right there. So, if you have any questions, send them to me. I hope that helps on that one. Got one more that we're going to cover. And this one is, let me get out of this so I can see what's going on. Get out of that one, or is that the one? No. This one says, listed below are the, I'm going to pull it up, and this is 3.3 number 17. 3.3 number 17, and it says, listed below are arrival delay times, randomly selected airplanes from one airport to another. Negative values respond to flights that arrive early before the scheduled time. Positive delays. Find the range, variance, and standard deviation for the set of data. Some of the sample values are negative, but can the standard deviation ever be negative? And we will, well, I can tell you right now, no. So that's it, because of the squares. Alright, there's our data. So I'm just going to click on my little helper here and copy the clipboard. Okay, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7. So we go to our handy dandy spreadsheet, and we already have one up here. No, that's classes. Darn, we should have put the classes in there. I didn't know that was classes. Okay. Well, I'll just put one. It don't take long. And there's our values. We'll call that X. Now, of course, N is equal to the summation of that. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, how many there are? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7. And I'm just going to list some things over here on the right here. I'm going to list mean, which is X bar, equals. And then mean, median, mode, mean, median, mode, range, mid-range, range, mid-range, variance, and standard deviation. Okay, I'm just going to find all of it because I don't know what they're asking for and I don't feel like looking. So we're just going to do all of it, and I'll give y'all some extra practice. And let me fix all this stuff so y'all can see it, because I don't like not being able to see the. Sure does. Why did they make that? Okay. Anyway. Alright, need to put these in order first thing. First thing you got to do is put them in order. So let's turn to our list there. There we go. How's that look? That looks good. Alright, first thing we got to do, find our mean. That's the first thing. So go down here and click on Auto Sum, highlight, and go up to the bar and hit divide by and click on that number 7 right there. And there's your mean. That's not good. Oh, that means that is good. I'm thinking of money. That means that they're coming in early. So that's equal to this guy. Alright, so first thing we got to do is X minus X bar. X minus X bar. I'm talking about the standard deviation. We can get all these other things, the mean, median, mode, we can get all that by, you know, that's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and get this variance and standard deviation first. So X minus X bar, so that'd be equals to negative 30 minus this guy, and I'm going to lock, always hit F4 when you lock the mean so it won't read these blank boxes down here if you use a spreadsheet. And we're going to copy those down. And then we're going to do x minus x bar quantity squared. We're going to square each of those. So that's equal to this. Shift 6, 2. And we're going to copy all those down. And that's one of the reasons that a standard deviation cannot come out negative, is because all these are positive, because you square it. I'm going to sum those up. Wait a minute. Try that again right here. I'm going to sum those up. And that is your numerator. Because to find the standard deviation of a data set, which is a data driven set, standard deviation is equal to the square root of the summation of x minus x bar quantity squared over n minus 1. So, and the variance is what's inside right here. So if you want the variance, just do this formula right here first and write it down. And then, now, what do we have where? Okay, well the numerator right here is this number right here. There's your numerator right there. So I'm going to go over here, right here, in this column, in this cell, and I'm going to say equals, and I'm going to click on that number. So it will always pull that in. And then of course, equals, and then I'm going to take this number, n, and I'm going to minus 1. So your final answer, I'm going to put down here, is equal to, the variance is equal to this number, the 11706, divided by 6. And there's your variance. Let me move that up a little bit, because now I got to do the standard deviation. Move all this up there. And I'll leave that right there. Alright, that's your variance. And then standard deviation is going to be the square root of that, or this raised to the 0.5 power, or 1/2 power. And there is your standard deviation. Okay? So I'm going to color these two green. And that is these two right here. And I'm just going to say equals, and that'll be that number, and equals, and click on that number. Alright, I hope that's the most complicated part, is finding these two right here. So let's go back, the median. Well, we've got 7, so all we got to do is count 3 down, and there is our median. So I'm going to color that yellow, and then color this yellow, so that way you know where to get it. The mode, now the mode you cannot do by the spreadsheet. The mode, and I'm going to color it kind of reddish color, because it's the only thing you can do with this is observe. You cannot calculate the mode. You can't do it. So I'm going to color it kind of a red color, so you'll know that that's the one you have to actually observe. So is there anything repeating? No. I don't see anything repeating, so you put none. Non-applicable. Does not exist. Do not put 0. Range. Range is your highest minus your lowest. Highest. Oops, sorry. Highest minus your lowest. Mid-range is equal to, parentheses, your highest plus your lowest divided by what? 2. Okay. Who's got questions? If you do, send them in. Those are 3 questions that were sent to me in the past week from the Math 120 class via Ask My Instructor, and I hope that helps.